It's a pleasure being here. I'm Karen Blackwell with Nestle Business Services, and Nestle Business Services is the organization that manages procurement across our 5 operating companies. And those operating companies are Nestle USA, Nestle Purina, Nestle Nutrition, Nestle Waters North America, and Nestle Professional, which is food services.
Wow, that's a lot. So if you could tell me, Karen, then tell me a little bit about your supplier diversity program. I understand that you have a supplier diversity e-learning tool. Please tell me a little bit about that, if you would.
I'd be happy to tell you about our program. We have found that in environments like where we are today, it's awfully hard for women, minorities, other small businesses to compete successfully for the attention of the supplier diversity professionals or the buyers who attend conferences. It's a great way to connect, but it's really hard to get traction. And we also know that one of the biggest things that diverse suppliers have as a disadvantage is their inability to have the type of resources that will allow them to learn effectively how a company as large as Nestle does business. So while we have a supplier diversity program that includes women, minorities, veterans, hub zone businesses, we know that when anyone comes away from their business to do marketing, it's really important that they come away with something that's relevant. And the best way to do that is to make sure they are as informed and educated about the company as possible. People always say to WBEs and MBEs that they should know about the company before they come. But with a company as large as Nestle, that can be difficult. So we've created an e-learning tool, and this e-learning tool can be accessed by visiting supplierteleconference.nestleusa.com. And once you do like a 2-minute registration process at the very most, a person can then, in the comfort of their office or even their pajamas at night, go in and understand and learn about any of our procurement areas, whether it's marketing, maintenance, operation and repair, advertising, marketing, corporate services, packaging, ingredients or commodities. So it really provides a full picture of what we do, as well as an overview of the general NBS organization.
Wow. You just answered the question as far as a type of development program that Nestle has put together. I mean, that sounds wonderful. I guess my next question then would be, what advice would you give to a woman-owned business that's interested in doing business with Nestle? What sound advice could you give them today?
Well, you know, Nestle is the kind of business that you really grow into doing business with. We're not the kind of company that you can be a relatively newcomer and find a real opportunity. So I would really suggest that a company, number one, look at its capacity, that it be able to handle a national client. And what's really critical is that you're able to save us money through either being innovative or cost effective. Saving money isn't always about doing something the cheapest. Sometimes it's looking for something that's the most efficient or eliminating steps of waste. So I would really suggest that a WBE learn the Six Sigma program, learn lean thinking, and then really apply that to their skill sets so that when they meet us, whenever they meet us, they have a value proposition that's really based on something that we will say, that's great, you can really help us.
Speaking of help us, I know that Nestle has a mentorship program, and I've heard that you've kind of mentored some young ladies, 2 smart girls. Tell me a little bit about that mentorship.
I'd be happy to tell you about our mentoringship. Actually, we have both a formal and an informal mentoring program. The formal mentoring program has a business that's a woman-owned business in packaging, a woman-owned business in marketing, and MBE firm that's in MRO. Each of those suppliers works closely over a 2-year, 24-month process with their buyers so that they can more deeply understand our business, understand where the opportunities for improvement are within their businesses, and at the end, hopefully, we'll be able to expand the amount of business that they do. However, we also have an informal network mentoring program, and we have quite a few companies that are part of that. However, the ones that are here with us today are Two Smart Girls. That's the name of the company, TOO Smart Girls. And when I met them at a conference about, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, they told me what their vision was, and I was really taken by their genuine passion for what they're doing, which is social media planning and social media marketing. And understanding what their hurdles are for minority women and small businesses, I knew that many minority women and small businesses are not effectively using social media, and especially seeing how the costs for social media are so efficient compared to more traditional types of media, that I thought, well, if they could really just reach more of their potential customers by being in a more enriched environment, I think they would do well. So we sponsored them to the WBENC conference, but I tell you, this sponsoring has really been a blessing for WBENC West, because they have really managed their social media operations while they've been here. They've been doing Twitter, they've been registering WBEs, they've been just doing an outstanding job, and we're really proud of them.
I think that goes to say that Nestle really has a passion and love for diversity, and it's not just in talk, it is in walking the walk, and so we appreciate that, and Karen, and what you and your company are doing. If you could tell me one more thing, what is it, do you have any other strategies or goals that Nestle has for the rest of this year going into next year?
Well, our strategy and goals are always to increase the spend that we do with these diverse businesses. We really rely on our buyers to identify where those areas of opportunity are. We're going to be doing some work to set up additional measuring tools so that we can really track the number of suppliers that are diverse, that are brought into the process, and then do an analysis to understand what we can do to have them finish better, be more competitive. And when we're frankly honest and they're not competitive, we have to go find others who will be. So that's really the key goal for the year moving forward. Last year it was to really move our program forward using the internet as a way to reduce cost and time barriers for small and medium-sized businesses, minority and women. But this year it's going to be doing measuring so that we can understand how effective our outreach efforts have been.
Good. Is there anything else that you would like to add, or anything else that you think that Nestle could gain from this WBENC conference here?
I think that the WBENC conference is a great opportunity to identify some of the strongest WBEs in the country. We're really happy to be able to be here and meet your company and become more familiar with what you're doing and interface with you. And it's really this kind of interaction that I'm having today with you and with your business that makes the WBENC conference worthwhile. And thank you for having me.
Thank you, Karen and Nestle, and I wish you much success in the future. Thank you.
Thank you.